Hey guys, welcome to a new series on my channel I'm calling Tales from the Monastery. I got inspired by all the amazing D&D channels on YouTube, and since this game is all about community and sharing, I wanted to throw my 2 cents out there, tell my stories. Some of my magic items I've made, some of the new spells, NPCs, even some classes and subclasses. Now, don't worry, if I ever talk about anything new or homebrew, I will include a link in the description to a page where I've written it down for you and anyone can use it. Hopefully, I'll inspire you guys to use this stuff in your games. And hey, if you like an NPC, feel free to drop them in your game too. Now, I wanted to tell you all about this stuff, but I really didn't want to bore you. So, I got to thinking, how am I going to present this stuff without just going, ta-da, here it is. And then I had an idea that fit so well I just had to make it. My very first D&D character was a scholar, so why don't I just center the entire series around him? So for this first episode, I thought I'd introduce the character from whose perspective the series was based off of. My very first D&D character, Hamish the half-orc monk. Before Hamish was the monk who grappled giants and won, the elder sensei of his own monastery, a shy but more than capable member of the party who stopped Armageddon. Hamish was a baby, an unwanted baby from an orc raid on a small town in the Athel Mountains. At first, Hamish looked more human than orc, so his mother named him a human name, and tried to forget about his orc background. But only 2 months old and his skin went green and his jaw became thick. His mother couldn't take it. But not wanting to kill the child, since it was still her child, she wrapped him up in cloth, climbed to the top of the mountain, and dropped him on the doorstep of the Athel Monastery, with the name tag, Hamish Murray. Newly orphaned, Hamish was adopted by the monks of the monastery, and from the day he could walk he was taught the martial arts, as well as how fighting was only half of martial arts. The other was writing and philosophy. Hamish was quickly learning about self-perfection and worldly acceptance, and not once in his developing life was he discriminated against for his fearsome appearance. By the age of 17, he was wise and strong enough to teach the newcomers and learn directly from the elder senseis, Sensei Sophia. His biggest aspiration was being worthy of wearing the belt on the high shelf in the central dojo. The belt that was a divine gift passed down through so many generations that the key was just as much a part of it as the divine. Life was good. But, and there's always a but in Adventure's backstory. One day, a group of human raiders descended upon the monastery and slaughtered everyone they could find. Hamish was the sole survivor because he was up late practicing his bow staff skills and was able to fend off his attacker and scare away anyone else. But he was too late. The monks had been slaughtered. The weapons, gold, and more importantly, the belt was missing. Smelling smoke and knowing there was a fire somewhere in the monastery, Hamish knew exactly what he had to do. He went back to the training yard, grabbed his trusted bow staff, and the ring off the finger of the man whose party slaughtered the only family he knew, so he could remember them. He could remember those people, as fresh as it had happened tonight. And with that, he set off into the world for the first time, to get back his belt, to get revenge on the men who killed his family, and to one day set up his own monastery so that the masters and their martial arts could continue. Along his quest, he faced many obstacles and ended up allying himself with the White Owl deity, as well as a party that he came to regard as his new family. One day, after averting Armageddon with his new family, he found the men who took his belt, and the hunt was over. He settled down to start a new life as a teacher, and started his own Athel Owl Monastery, where he spent years learning from the owl god inside him and teaching others his own particular martial art. From here on out, every Tale from the Monastery episode will be a scroll or book or story as written and as found in the Athel Owl Monastery. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.